Welcome back, friends. So today, I mentioned the other day in my Black Magic curse video that preparing for magic is one of the big things that you should get into. So, before I do a curse, I really sit down and try to analyze, basically try to mentally grasp what it is that I exactly want to happen, how I want it to happen, who I want to be involved, all the details, okay? And then I will do I guess you could call it meditation upon the vision I have for the individual or target who I'm trying to curse. So that's just one thing. So meditation is a great prep for any magic, but in terms of curses, it might be a good idea to get that person's picture and dwell upon it before. That way you have a mental image of them in your mind. And like I said, personal item, their signature, something that they physically wrote on, something that's personal to them. If you can get a hold of something that's, basically something dear to them, or something that's just charged with their energy because they use it every day. Even an ink pen that they use is perfectly fine. Snoop around your office, find some hair clippings. If they use a brush, you may be able to get a hair out of there. I don't know. I'm not suggesting you go stalking people or break any kind of laws to do your curses. That is on you. But I'm just saying, those are things that you can be aware of. Anything that's in a trash can technically is no longer property that belongs to them. So if you're aware that they're throwing something away and you happen to find something in their trash that belongs to them, that is one way you could acquire those items without probably engaging in illegal activities, which, as you know, I don't condone. So anyway, this is a neti pot. I'm sure if you guys are into any kind of meditation and spirituality, I'm sure you'll realize what this is for. Basically, you can get these anywhere, any drugstore, Amazon, Walmart, everyone carries them. And what you do is you fill it with warm water, and I'd say a pinch, if not maybe a half teaspoon of regular salt. I put my finger in and I make sure that the salt is dissolved and mixed into the water. I always test the temperature, make sure it's not scalding hot, but also not cold. You stick it in one nostril, you lean your head to the side. So what's this going to do? This is going to completely fill your sinuses with salt water. And then the opposite nostril that you're not putting this into is going to have the water come out. So what this is going to do is going to loosen up all that stuff that's inside your head and make it clear. Now, the other thing that the neti pot is used for, or thought to be useful for, is stimulation of your third eye. Because when you are pouring that salt water through your sinuses, it's circulating up right past your third eye chakra. And it is purifying it. So a neti pot, I would say you could use it every single day, but I don't use it every day because I notice whenever I use it every day that if water gets stuck in your ear canals, or if water gets stuck in your sinuses, it can lead to an infection. So you want to make sure, if you feel like your ears are wet after you use a neti pot, use a blow dryer and blow your ears out, and make sure that your ear canals are dry, because the neti pot will put water back into the ears. So, or maybe I'm just weird, maybe I just have openings that allow mine to happen that way. But if you keep tilting your head after you're done and kind of shake your skull back and forth, excess water will come out, and you'll be shocked at just how much water can actually get stuck in your sinuses if you aren't careful. So make sure you do enough salt, because the salt forces your sinuses to release that water. It kind of purges your sinuses. So that's just one thing you can do for magical prep. Simple incense like this black magic incense. It has a great smell. It is suited for the purpose of doing things like curses. So, it's just a real good general incense. I don't know what it smells like. I couldn't tell you what the fragrance is, but it's a nice smell. I would kind of compare it maybe to like a dragon's blood or something like that. But anyway, this is good shit. You can get this big box of this stuff for pretty cheap. So I like this stick incense for doing little things. Like if I'm going to take the signature of the individual, let's say his name is Billy. Because I don't know anyone named Billy, so no one can accuse me of harassing them. Billy. Okay. And I'm going to take my incense stick. It's a new box, so I'm going to open it. And as you can see, they package it pretty hardcore, so probably going to have to pull the whole thing out. And of course, it's not going to be easy to open, so I will have to use a knife. So, I know this isn't super exciting stuff, but it's worth the demonstration just so that it's more clear. When you are consecrating an item like this piece of paper, essentially what you're doing is you're blessing this item now with your incense. So this incense stick, you light it, blow it out, there's going to be a little coal on the end. You got Billy here, hold Billy under the smoke. And I'm going to say, I baptize thee, Billy, my enemy, and by the power of the Holy Tetragrammaton, by the power of the Virgin Mary and all the saints, I do call forth and bless this sigil to represent you in your name. So that's just something you can say, or you can use demonic names. By the power of Lucifer's Rofakel, I do consecrate and make this the body of Billy, because you are trying to have an object that represents them. So obviously, if you don't have anything of Billy's, you can still use their name. You can also take your incense stick and start burning little holes in their name. It's a little pre-torture, little psychic attack on your pal Billy, who obviously needs to be punished. So, why am I showing this? Because it's all about magical preparation. Before you even do the ritual, there's a certain amount of ritual you're going to do before that prepares you and prepares your items and prepares everything that you're working with so that you can do an effective curse. What it really comes down to is your intentions. And I'm not entirely sure that you can cover this subject 100% thoroughly without writing a 500-page book about it. But like I said, S. Connolly's book is awesome. And her book on curses is one of the few out there. So you might as well take it from a demonologist's point of view and go ahead and do it. So I'm just trying to think what's a practical and helpful thing for people. Like I said, again, a jar, a box, any of those items can be used to consecrate. But now let's get a little bit more, I guess you could say, in depth, if you can find out this individual's birthday, what you do is you can go to Astrolabe, which is a website where you can look up people's horoscopes for free. They're digitally created. You just enter your information into a box, and you will get their entire thing there. So, long story short, what you're going to do is you're going to be looking at the elements, the planets, and the what am I missing? I'm drawing a blank here. I guess I didn't have enough coffee today. You want to know their element. You want to know the signs that they're born under, their astrological signs, and the planetary influences. That's what I'm trying to say. And when you have these influences, after printing out their chart, what you can then do is start directly working with the energies that are constantly around them. And what I mean is, for example, if you have someone who already has a temperamental nature, you can throw other planetary influences in around that person that will push them over the edge. So what you can do is you can reconfigure the influences that are around them by either binding those influences or putting new influences into their sphere of influence. So what I mean by that is, if they are under the influence of Venus or Capricorn or whatever, you can draw sigils of those elements and those different things around their name, therefore making them under the influence of those things, and then charge it with the intent that you want them to influence the person by. I'm not sure if that makes a lot of sense, but that's the best way I can explain it. Essentially, what you're trying to do is you're trying to discover the spiritual makeup of this person, the planets they were born under what time, all that stuff comes into play. So really what it comes down to is, how deep do you want to go? I think a powerful curse is a 7-day curse, because in the Bible it says that the Lord created the earth in 7 days. So what you can do is you can start on a Sunday or Monday, and each day perform the same curse or a series of different curses upon the individual, and on the 7th day slowly build up to the more dramatic curse. And that might be where you burn your sigils, go outside, go to a cemetery, bury the ashes from your curse on the last day. Then on the following Sunday would be a day of rest, which would be a day to cleanse yourself of this action and rest. So you can put a lot of different spins on what a curse really is. There are more practical curses. Simple curse. Look someone dead in the eyes. Make sure your energy is directed at them. And you can say something that is completely mundane, but you can charge it with the power of a curse. Now, what I mean by that is, how are you doing today, Billy? How are you doing today, Billy? Can sound as nice as can be, but in your heart, you can be charging that sentence. So what you do is, beforehand, you think of the sentence that you want to say to this person. Now, would it be more effective if you just say the curse itself to them? Obviously, yes. But in most situations, the individual you're cursing is someone you can't do anything to. Therefore, you're turning to magic, because it's the only way you can get even with them without going to jail or kicking their ass or hiring a hitman or whatever it is you think you need to do. By the way, how do you like these hand puppet gestures I've been doing? I might as well just have my hand be the fucking thing that's talking. I just don't show my face whenever I'm laying around the house. I feel stupid being on camera when I look like hell. So anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, so sentence. How are you today, Billy? An even more notorious way, sneaky way to do it would be to say something like, oh, say if you really want to get wicked, Billy, how's your mother been? And it could be that you are doing something to their family to unnerve them. A lot of times when you do a general curse, it won't exactly hit them, but it'll hit people around them that cause their life to suck. Like if someone they're around suddenly becomes ill, now they have to take care of them, and it puts pressure on them, and it fucks their mind up because now they got to deal with the fact that now grandma has terminal colon cancer. Now, I know this stuff sounds really, really wicked, but you got to understand magic has no code of morality. And when people try to assign morality to magic, it's really, really futile because everyone has their own code of ethics. And who are we to judge someone for wanting to get even with someone who's taken something from them or who's done something to them that the law can't fix? Um, there's so many situations where people get away with shit unchecked, unchallenged, and it's only until the witch or magician or sorcerer comes through and says, no, your fucking karma is going to come back on you right now, not in the next lifetime. And you give them a lightning bolt curse. So you can do those things. Also, if you're shaking someone's hand, you can send dark energy to them by that physical contact. Magical energy leaves your eyes more than anything. It's the mechanism by which you send force. So when you're looking at your sigil or you're looking at that person, a lot of times when I want to influence someone, I will look at them, and even if it's say they're across the room and let's say they're not interacting with you, but it's someone you want to influence, I will psychically imagine a sigil of one of my spirits above them to influence them, and then I'll be thinking about how I want to influence them. And 9 times out of 10, you get a reaction, the reaction you're looking for. So, the sky's the limit, my friends. Be creative in your magic, and hopefully these tips are very helpful. I hope that when you go ahead and do a curse, curse with your whole heart. If you're gonna do it. Go all out. Don't pussyfoot around and throw little bits of energy at someone hoping to see something happen. If you're gonna do it, you better make up your fucking mind to do it. Do it. And don't look back, because the worst thing you can do, coming from a mindset that's probably going to be Christian in nature for most of us that were forced into that cult, you're going to have this on the back of your mind: what I'm doing is wrong. What I'm doing is going to hurt me. What I'm doing is going to send me to hell. Da 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 da. If you already have those fucking thoughts, you have no business doing a curse until you can control all that. Because what you're going to be doing is you're going to be self-inflicting that energy on you by carrying that guilt for your victim. If someone has fucked you over, why do you feel sorry for them after you cast your curse? Ask yourself that question. Maybe you shouldn't be cursing that person if you have a guilty conscience. Now, I think it's safe to say that if you curse someone and they get hit by a fucking truck, I don't think anyone with a heart is going to be like, wow, that was fucked up. Of course you're going to say something like that. Sometimes curses are too powerful. Sometimes the power, as I said before, you may unwittingly unleash something that you cannot control, and now you're going to have to do all kinds of protection magic and all kinds of shit to keep things status quo. Fuck all that. Go into your ritual space, make up your mind of what you want, whatever process you're going to use to put this energy on this person, fucking do it and don't look back. You know, E.A. Koetting, who I have so much respect for, he talked a lot about curses. And, you know, I just want to say in regards to EA that, you know, here I am making a video about curses, and I can't help but let it cross my mind that, you know, here's an individual who just trying to make a name for himself, writing books, publishing videos. Then some stupid motherfucker does something dumb, and all because they mention his name, he has to pay for it. Now, I don't know what sort of spiritual situation E.A. Koetting is in right now, but I will tell you this. Notoriety and being notorious is one of the best things for promoting a business. Because hating someone and loving someone aren't that much different. Now, what happens whenever you accuse someone that you love of a false crime? The people that already love you become more loving and more supportive. Okay? When and if EA gets back to doing what he normally does, I haven't checked up on him yet, I'm sure he's going to come back with a vengeance, because this is an individual who can and will not stop practicing magic. If you put him in a prison cell, he'll be doing fucking magic from there. So, you know, this is nothing new for him. He's been in trouble before with, you know, stupid, ridiculous things, people trying to paint a picture of him for being this and being that. He's just a normal guy who loves magic, who wants to help people, and wants to make a name for himself. And now someone does something stupid, and they're going to drag a person that wasn't even connected to EA. You know, I don't have any idea if he had a relationship with this person or not, but it sounds to me like it was a fucking post on some social media that this person said. Then this stupid fuck goes and kills someone, and they say, oh, because he mentioned E.A. Koetting, that must have been the fucking reason he did it. Well, you know what? We got to get back to regular accountability. If you do something, you should be punished for it, not the people around you or the people that inspired you or the people that you say are causing this to happen because you're a victim and you were brainwashed into committing this crime. People, if you're going to fucking do something, do it and own it. If you kill a motherfucker in the name of black magic and get caught, then when the fucking cops catch you, say, hey, yeah, put this out to the news media. I killed the motherfucker on my own accord. I did it with my bare hands. No magic was used. So what the fuck does it have to do with magic? When someone commits a fucking straight up murder, what does that have to do with fucking someone up with bad energy and giving them a bad day? Nothing. Okay? If E.A. Koetting had the power to kill people, he'd probably kill the motherfucker that was insinuating that, you know, I'm dropping an F-bomb left and right today because this shit is so stupid. We have come to become more stupid with our current technology instead of becoming more smart. And I know for you guys that are out there, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but dark blessings, EA. Hope things get better for you. You know you have the support of your community behind you, and for anyone that doesn't like E.A. Koetting or you think he has something to do with a fucking crime like that, you need to get your fucking head on straight. What would someone who's trying to create their own business possibly be trying to achieve by being involved in things like murder or racism? Nothing. Stop twisting the fucking facts. A murderer is a murderer no matter who the fuck they were inspired by. I don't care if it's because they listen to death metal or watch horror movies or because they were just born a sick fuck. If someone kills someone, it's because they're already fucked up. Point taken? Have a nice day, guys. Enjoy and curse these motherfuckers.